Before we start, I would like to remind our dear participants of our webinar house rules. Please observe proper decorum from this point onwards. You may use our Zoom provided in the chat box. And if you have any questions regarding the topics, please feel free to ask it in the chat box, and I will read it to our resource speakers during our question and answer session. For the online attendance and evaluation, the link for the attendance form will be displayed at the end of the webinar. We strongly encourage our participants to log their attendance as soon as possible, as the online form will only be available for 15 minutes after the webinar has ended. After submitting your attendance, you will receive an email for the procedures of evaluation and claiming of your certificates. And now, allow me to start this webinar as I greet everyone. Very good afternoon from the Philippines, and welcome to our guests and participants. My name is Stephanie Rimas, the Research Publications and Information Division Assistant at the Colombo Planstaff College, and I am happy to be your host for today. What an interesting topic we have for this webinar. Integrating AI in TVET for skills development and inclusive education. As we go further in our two sessions, we will explore how artificial intelligence or AI can be used and applied in enhancing teaching methodologies, curriculum development, and skills assessment in technical and vocational education and training. Through this, it ensures that TVET graduates, or even the trainers, acquire the specific skills needed to meet the requirements of contemporary industries by means of enhancing their employability and contributing to the growth and competitiveness of industries and the economies. So with our esteemed resource speakers, who are notably experts on data analytics and skills development, we hope this webinar will provide you with new knowledge and adapt to their best practices that may help you as trainers and practitioners. So for now, let's call our ICT first to assist us in taking a group photo. You may turn on your camera for this photo opportunity. Hello, ICT, are you there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Hi, everyone. Please on your camera. We will take a photo. 1, 2, 3. One more. One more. Okay, one more. Last one. Okay, done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, ICT. So at this juncture, allow me to introduce our moderator for today. He is currently the Governing Board Faculty Consultant here at CPSC. He has an extensive teaching experience in higher technical education and has been involved in higher education curriculum development programs for electrical engineering courses. And he is also an accreditor for Board of Technology Malaysia and Asia Pacific Accreditation Commission Certification, or APAC. He obtained his PhD in wireless communication in 2014 and Master of Engineering degree in Electrical, Electronic, and Telecommunication in 2005 at the University Technology Malaysia. And he graduated with a bachelor degree in engineering, majoring in electronics and telecommunication from the College University of Tun Hussein On, where he also obtained the Graduate Diploma in Education in 1999. He has published over 30 research publications on electronic and telecommunications on IEE magazines, Advanced Journal of Technical and Vocational Education, International Journal of Electronics and Radio Engineering, and he also reviewed some journal articles for international publications and conferences. So without further ado, let us all welcome and give a round of applause to Dr. Savan Olaga natin.
Okay. Am I audible, Stephanie?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Stephanie Rimas. First of all, on behalf of Colombo Plant Staff College and on behalf of our Director General, Professor Dr. Suresh Kumar Damaja, we would like to welcome all of you all for our webinar, international webinar series organized by Colombo Plant Staff College. For the participants and also speakers' knowledge, Colombo Plant Staff College organizes this webinar every 2 months once. The main objective of organizing this webinar is for knowledge sharing in the particular field or niche area in TVET based on the current demand. So we will bring some expertise who are well-versed in this field to share the knowledge sharing among our member countries and beyond. So that is the main objective of the webinar, which is organized by Colombo Plant Staff College. Allow me today, the topic of today is artificial intelligence. As we know, AI is becoming one of important criteria or indicator for the industrial revolution. Now we are moving to 5.0 from 4.0, and AI is the next going to take place. Everything people are talking AI. Allow me, before I introduce the speakers, to touch few things on AI. AI is playing a transformative role across the industries, reshaping economies, societies, and everyday life. Its impact can be categorized into several keys. First, driving economy and industrial transformation. Second, reshaping in education and skills development. Third, AI also enhancing healthcare and medical research. Fourth, AI enabling smarter and more sustainable cities. Fifth, AI advancing automation and future of work. Sixth, AI supporting inclusive and accessible solutions. And seven, AI address global challenges. So these are the main field AI is covering. In our team, we put it integrating AI in TVET for skills development and inclusive education. So without ado, let me introduce, we have two speakers. Let me introduce the first speaker. Dr. Yun Hu Chu is an accomplished associate professor at Faculty of AI and Cybersecurity in University Technical Malaysia, Melaka, UTM. Her research interests focus on rough set theory, fuzzy sets theory, association rules mining, and future selection, as well as application of data, science, and data mining in various domains such as person automation, user activity recognition, muscle endurance analysis, manufacturing performance analysis, explainable AI, retail analysis, personalized itinerary, and route planning. She also certified in Microsoft Azure, Tableau, and RapidMiner. Her expertise in the field of data analysis has led to her appointment as a think tanker member and data analytics expert at the Institute of Youth Research, the Ministry of Youth, Sports on Malaysia, and Panda Software House of Melaka. Dr. Chu is a passionate contributor to the IEEE Society and dedicated to promoting professional development and global networking, collaborating with professional researchers, both locally and globally. Aside from this, she holds leadership position in IEEE SMC Technical Committee, the IEEE SMC Malaysia Chapter, Executive Committee as a Honorary Secretary, and the Secretariat Co-Chair of IEEE SMC 2024 Flagship Conference. She obtained a bachelor degree in a computer with education majoring in mathematics in 2000 and a master degree in information technology in 2002 from University Technology Malaysia, UTM. And in 2008, she earned her PhD degree in system management science from the National University of Malaysia, UKM, specializing in data mining. Her topic of presentation today, she will present the title of her presentation today will be Harnessing AI in Competency-Based Education, CBE for TVET. Without ado, I would like to invite Dr. Chu to take the floor. Dr. Chu, please.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Savan, and also Steph. So let me share my slide. I hope everyone can see the slide on your screen.
Yes,
Can
we can
you?
see. Can.
Yes. Thank you very much. So I would like to start with my sharing. Today's I'm given the topics on harnessing AI in competency-based education for Tibet. So when we talk about AI, it was a field of study in the past, but now today it become a technology that go into many lines, different lines of services, many fields, engineering, business, and so on, healthcare, so on and so forth. So when we talk about AI in competency-based education, it covers generally to many different stream of education, not only in computer science or AI related. So it could be in engineering, in environmental and healthcare, agriculture, and so on and so forth. So those that are under the umbrella of technical vocational education, which is focusing on competency based. Okay, I'm a associate professor in UTM. So we have just starting with a new faculty because of the new trend of this AI and cybersecurity. Now I'm in the faculty of AI and cybersecurity. I was in faculty of ICT before this. Just early this year, we are joining. We set up a new faculty, and I'm joining that. So a little bit intro on my university. So we are the technical university, one of the 4 technical university in Malaysia. We are located in Malacca. So if you reach Kuala Lumpur, it's going to be down south, heading down south around 130 kilometers to reach Malacca. So I welcome everyone who have opportunity. We can meet in our university or in Malacca one day. So here I would like to introduce a little bit on my research group. I have set up a small research group which is focusing on the sustainable intelligence solution because my members are more on computer science, applied computer science. So we have some niche focuses on humanized computational intelligence, adaptive AI, computer forensics, smart city, manufacturing analytics, machine learning, and applied intelligence. So we aim to apply our knowledge in computational, AI, machine learning, analytics in different fields. Okay, regarding my research interest, just now Dr. Kasavan has me a little bit more. So I would like to just share with you that my research interest is focusing more on machine learning and then applied it to different field for different use cases. Okay. Okay, very quickly, we come to today's overview of my sharing. Start with some introduction of AI, what is AI and why it be technology no more a field today. And since it's a so it can be applied in many different areas of studies, areas of usage, different work practices. So when we try to apply AI as a technology, now we come to the question of competency. So competency in CBT could be competency in deep study, but now since AI is taking up the main stage today in going into different fields, so AI competency is one thing that if you are an educator or you are a student, you have to aware of so that you pick it up and put it into your profile. So last, we will touch on AI in TVET education. So when we talk about TVET education, we focus on practice and also competency based. And when we are talking about inclusive education, so now is the time AI come into picture to top up as a complementary important one to help you in fields, to help you to take one step up in your own field with the help of AI. So this will be the three focus of my sharing today. So let's start the intro of why AI become a technology. So when we talk about work industry industrializations, it started from very earlier on Industry 1.0 until today, Industry 4 and 5. When we're Industry 4, we're talking about cyber physical system, virtualization of factory application in the cloud. So it will be to put it virtualized inside in the cloud layer. So you will have a lot of technology come into picture that we need, like the cloud system, like in that AI and ML. These are the important trusts inside Industry 0. When we move forward, Industry 5.0 and forward, we are talking about is the next action to take before it is too late. So this is the phases after 4.0. So every time we have a disruptive technology, every round when people introduce Industry 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, there are certain things that will take over the current role and roles in the job functions and so on. So when we look at competency based, it will also replace with a new one, sometimes top value added with a new one. So today, what we are sharing is the AI competency, what you need to know and acquire from the field of AI to help in different fields in your own areas of profession. Okay, so now we start with the very fundamental of definition of AI. So it says AI is a program that can sense, reason, act, and adapt. So for a computer science, we try to create some things that can sense, reason, act, and adapt. For others, engineers, professionals, business analysts, healthcare service or healthcare or any other service professional, they should take AI as something that put on them as a add-on value that they can function, they can produce, and they can work better. So that is what definition of AI to computer scientists and also to other community. So now a little bit more on the evolution of AI. So AI is very early years of 1950s. At the time, the AI still served the same purpose of we want it to be able to sense, reason, act, and adapt, but with a very simple, non-complex, very simple algorithm like you can see the tree-based, case-based, and simple network. So in the overall goal of AI try to mimic complex behavior, but early on we don't have so much data, we don't have complex algorithm as of today to manage complex behavior, but the goal is still the same. So as the time progress, the machine learning come out. Machine learning is an algorithm can differentiate patterns in data over time so that it can become more intelligent in sensing how to shape different shapes of object and so on and so forth. How to detect there's an object in front of you when you have a car driving or vehicle moving, how to see things, see some object and recognize it. So that is in 1980s, we start with machine learning on simple, specific, not general. As deep learning come into the, we have a lot of data. We have we have a lot of data to help us, and we have more complex neural network based algorithm and techniques to help us to make our AI more complex and can do more complex tasks like sensing obstacles. Sense and detect is different. Detect is just, yes, is there any obstacle in front? Yes or no. Whether the obstacle is, you want to react, yes, I stop. No, I can go driving, right? Sensing, you are sensing your surrounding. So you may have obstacle, but you don't need to stop far because it's not colliding with you, so you don't need to stop. So it become more complex decision making. And all these kind of algorithm and techniques are meant to differentiate one to another, either in classes or numerical patterns, value, or differentiate different groups of elements. Then, starting from 2014, when the first paper came out by Professor Ian, then it will start another era on creating the ability. Now AI has the ability to create. Before that, AI has the ability to discriminate, not create a new one. So now AI, with generative AI technology, we can create new one from the existing patterns. So that is the most beautiful thing of generative AI, can create.
Generative AI is transforming industries by enabling new forms of creativity, automating content creation, and enhancing personalization in various applications.
Have you ever created any content?
This is an avatar that I have created using generative AI tools. So any of you have created any contents? Can you please share in the chat if you do? Create any picture, maybe you create a song, create a story, create a new ideas or anything. Can you share in the chat if you ever created contents using the AI tools, generative AI tools? Anyone? You create presentation slides. Oh, thank you. Yes. Presentation slide. That's a very general one, built in, embedded inside the PowerPoint. If you are using PowerPoint, it's the design. So you will help you to design the look of your slide. Picture of from idea, good. Any more? So maybe you can put on later on to share with us what you have created using generative AI tools before this. If you do, I will go further in share with you other information. So now, when we say we are using generative AI to create many things, we have to understand the contents or what is the technology inside, for example, ChatGPT. So it starts with generative AI, which is a techniques that can create new things from existing one. Then there are foundation models, which is the large machine learning models they are trained on a broad set of unlabeled data and are fine-tuned to a wide range of applications. So these are something like the machine learning model. Large language model is the text-based. We have a very large text. You can see like a dictionary that interrelated, so that you can supply the text context, to the foundation model to let the foundation model understand it, so that our generative AI can talk to us, can interact with us through some services like ChatGPT, like Copilot, like Gemini, like Olama, Q1, DeepSeek, and so on and so forth. So this is the main element inside our ChatGPT. It started with the idea of generative AI learning. A bit more. So what is foundation model? Foundation model is the AI model that can accept data like text, images, speech, structure data, 3D signal, and so on and so forth. Then learn it and to adapt it into a different task. Sorry. So that our AI can do question answering, sentiment analysis, information extraction, and so on and so forth. Before generative AI, we can also do sentiment, information extraction, image capture. Image capture, not so. Image recognition, maybe object recognition, instruction. We can do that. Q&A is more likely that we need expert at the behind the scene to guide us, tell us the rules. But today, when AI start to be able to create through generative AI, so it can communicate different user under different scenario. So that's why I can become Q&A through chatbot become very popular today. That is the reason. If not, the Q&A become it was like very flat. No, not much, not rich in terms of conversation and information sharing. So now we know we have data, we have foundation model, then we then we have a lot of text like the dictionary, then we use it to train to do multiple tasks. So what are the things that the use case or the things that generative AI can do? Document summarization, slide generation, like our friends share with us. So these are the things that generative AI help us, let us do easily. A long document, you summarize it in important ideas. Slide, you help, the AI can help you to create a draft of slide then for you to polish further. So with all this become like the AI competency that everyone should acquire. You can think of like before Microsoft Word came out, the earlier on. I remember when that time I was still in secondary school, going toward university. We are not using Microsoft Word. We are using word processor. So at the time, it's not rich, just text-based. So when Microsoft Words come in, Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel, Access came in, we students and lecturers, we are trying to learn a new skills or how to do productivity using these new tools. So today, the same thing happens when generative AI come in, the competencies of productivity change. You know how to use generative AI to do summarization, in creating new presentation, new images, change text to image, image to text, text to audio to text, so that you have a capability to get a draft, a baseline draft very fast and it may cover more quite a lot of elements or perspective that you need. Then from there, a human user can polish it, improve it to a better one. If for those you are using generative AI today, you can feel your job, your productivity, efficiency become better, and you can do things faster than before. So this is what we mentioned about AI competency in acquiring the AI technology to help productivity. Everyone should have this competency, just like last time when we learned Microsoft Word. Study guide, a long document, few different document, creating a study guide for students, study guide for lecturers or educators to share. If you don't like to read, you can change it to podcast, listen it, you can listen it, do not need to read the text, okay? So these are all sorts of learning aids that we can use generative AI to create. So you must know how to use it so that you can have this capability. But there are also negative impact of generative AI that we must be aware of before we are using all those kind of before we acquire the AI technology and have it as our capability when in productivity. So now we have a lot of deepfake, which is a fake news in our surrounding us, either through social media, either through the website, even dissemination of a document. It could be a lot of defect because now AI can create new thing. So this new thing could be fake news or fake videos like the one that you are seeing. So these are the things that we must be able to differentiate. So able to differentiate, able to evaluate and differentiate is also a competency that the future user should have, so that you can use this AI for good use and you can use it correctly. Do not use it in a malicious way or in a wrong way. So the next, when you have AI technology, you can acquire AI technology to help you to produce. The next one is how to choose and evaluate. That is the second competency that I would like to highlight. Then when we have this kind of competency, we have to look at the job of the future, because we are talking about competency-based education is work practice. So some of the job might be replaced by future job. It's not disappear, but it's replaced by future job. Who will be taking over the current job? What are the future job? Maybe you cannot imagine. So am I. I couldn't imagine what the future job we will have. But what we will know is we will have new job coming out because of the AI technology changes and evolution. So what we can do here when we talk about the competency, especially in AI, we have to be on board. We cannot be left out, so that in the future the job changes, we can also easily adapt to the new requirement of job. Okay. So now when we talk about AI taking over a lot of job, so what we also want to understand why AI is taking over a lot of job, and how can we react? So when you look at the new era of AI today, this AI technology try to mimic human in many tasks like text recognition, voice recognition, video reading, Q&A, language understanding. So a lot of them are doing very good now. So even sometimes better than human. It's not that the AI is cleverer or smarter than human. It's because this AI technology with the big data, they can gather a lot of information and crunch it so that it can give you a better response. So that is the capability of the computing power, the big data that you have, so that you can give a better decision. You just imagine that if when you come across this human expert, why we call it expert? Because this expert has a lot of experience, accumulate throughout the 10 years, 20 years, 30, 50 years. So all this experience makes this expert better in responding, giving out decision. So now we shorten the time using AI, because AI can process many information in short time. So this AI also become expert. So now let's say we assume human performance at the zero line. A lot of AI already surpassed this general human performance. It become better than general human. So how are we going to overcome this situation so that we won't become left out by this AI machine in the future? So the competency of the future, especially in AI, is to standing on top of the AI or AI machine's shoulder, so that we can leverage on them. How to stand? If you want to stand, means you must know how to let them help you, let them become your assistant, and you go above them using the human capability where the AI may not be so good at this moment at least, and then climb on top of the AI shoulder, so that you become on top of this human zero line performance. So that is the idea of why we want to learn AI, want to acquire AI competency, why we need to learn AI, because you want to go on top of that. So there are many AI use cases that you can do, that you can learn, so that you acquire the competency of program coding. You can become a averagely good programmer. You can be a data analyst. You can be a product designer, design some product averagely good. Data synthesis, image generation, music generation, artificial creativity, this one brainstorm idea, Q&A, better Q&A, autonomous application, contents design, photo restoration, and many more. So all these type of use cases, there are a lot of tools behind that. Because of the technology, a lot of tool blooming, a lot of tool for program coding, data analysis as to help you do programming. Let's say if you and me, I'm not a good programmer, so I can use the generative AI tool to make me averagely good. Then I can start at a higher level. So that is the AI competencies that you need to have to leveraging on the AI technology. So before you leverage, you need to understand then how to use. I'd like to share with you this song I just created yesterday for today's webinar. So using AI, generative AI tools, I just type in the prompt saying I want to have a motivational song energetic for today's audience of this topic that given to me to generate the lyrics and the song for me. So these are another thing that I can do easy and very fast. Almost within maybe a few minutes, you generate and you just double check whether it is tally to what you want. If not, you can refine your song and generate again. So that is the things that we have to have so that we can make our job easier, faster, and more efficient. Next, I would like to share with you on hybrid intelligence. Just now we are talking about we have to stand, in the future, we have to stand on the shoulder of AI, or you can see it as an AI machine, robots, or humanoids or something. So if you stand on the shoulder of AI, you are combining human intelligence and this AI machine intelligence. So this will become your new competency. After all, we have to know that the goal is still designed by human and for human. So that is more towards the ethics side, which I will touch a bit later on. So what is the AI competency that you need? I talk about if you want to stand on the shoulder of AI machine, you must first understand them. Then you must know how they work and how to work with them. And then is there any rules or limitation, risks that we should aware of these AI machines that we can work better with them. So this is actually the syllabus. I attended a professional certification from AI Singapore collaboration with Meta at Meta APAC office in Singapore. So these are the layout of the awareness of AI to everyone. So you have to know what is the AI technology of today's. You have to know AI basic knowledge so that you understand how AI works. And then you in particular technology like computer vision, like LLM, the natural language processing, and the speech. These are the important technology that we need to at least know. If you are not in the field, maybe you don't need to know more. You at least need to know how to use it. If you are in the field, you can go further on how to modify them, and maybe one day you can create. So these are the general AI competency that you should have. The last, how should we use AI? This is more on understanding and evaluating the AI and use it responsibly so that we have a better, higher level job where we say higher level knowledge rather than operationalized level. So that will be so that our job is different from today's. Okay. So next, I look at the job skill report by Coursera. Coursera is I think a lot of you know about Coursera. So Coursera is a training platform that every day they have a lot of internet users and going through their courses. Then they also do evaluation or survey. And this is a job skill report coming from Coursera. So I'm interested in the skill that Coursera have in the, found out in the findings. What are the important skills we have to acquire? So this skill is more towards those working in the field of computer science or AI. So if you are the user of AI in, let's say, from business or from healthcare or from agriculture, fashion, retails, and so on and so forth, maybe this skill you have to know it. Maybe you have to know where your application may have maybe a computer vision, maybe using computer vision, your application may be using machine learning, not too much into details if you are just a user of AI. But if you are a creator of AI, let's say those who are working in creating the program, creating the agentic AI, who are in a foundation model, creating an AI foundation model. These are the skill: generative AI, ANN, computer vision, using PyTorch, machine learning library, machine learning, applied machine learning. Machine learning and applied machine learning is slightly different. One is on the problem solving. A lot based on experience, you capture experience of users and then how to respond in different situations in problem solving. Deep learning, supervised learning, reinforcement learning, machine learning operation. So these are the top 10 job skill requirement that the Coursera give in their report. So in overall, there are 3 categories when they do interviews to expert. They found cloud skill, cloud computing, cloud storage, cloud skill, business skill, how to use this generative AI in different fields like HR for productivity, writing, composition of, or even mathematics in different domains, including engineering, medical, pharmacies, and so on, accounting, law, and so on. Cybersecurity is also another important type. Remember, just now I mentioned, when you understand, you know how to use, you know which tools to use, you have to evaluate whether it is safe to use, good to use, or with limitation. And then another one is risk. So when we talk about risk, we are looking at how secure is your AI tools or application. When you want to use it, you must understand the risk. So cybersecurity topic is also emerged because of that. Okay, so for those who are into this field, probably these are the skills that you need to look at in the future to equip yourself. So this is across Asia Pacific. So amongst the AI skill, business skill that related to current technology, data science skills, technology skills, these are the findings of Coursera on fast-growing job. When you look at it, this is a lot related to technology, which is today a lot related to the generative AI technology. Okay. So in the last year, Gartner every year, Gartner also have a lot of survey, very interesting survey and up to date. Every year they come up with the technology trend. So last year they was posting AI as a partner. That means how you work with AI. Either the AI is an application, or AI is a robot, or is a tools. How we work as a human, how we work with AI, how we manage the trust, risk, security with AI partners, and be safe and using AI. So this is the top 2 highlights of strategic trend last year. This year, you see the changes. This year, a lot of better generative AI with lighter models come into picture. Ever since DeepSeek is releasing their model and also free. So a lot of new model with that not require, maybe not that computing not require a lot of computing powers come into picture. So a lot of application now can build on top of this lighter version of generative AI. No need to be so heavy. So agentic AI is another things that we come into the top one in technology trend this year. So agentic AI is related to how we use AI, how the way you are going to use this AI technology. For example, in ChatGPT, the way you are going to use the ChatGPT, how you interact with the ChatGPT step by step until you get what you want from step by step, not just one post. So agentic AI is the one that is an element that in the future a lot of software tools will embed those in their application, and that's why we as a human user, we will need to understand the better correct way how we should interact step by step so that we get a better output. And also we are looking at human machine synergy. That means after this clever AI application came out, the next step is how we are going to work together with this AI machine. Together means you are not rely on it. You are not just asking the machine to do work for you, but you are working on different perspectives together with your AI partner. You can see it as a teammate, you can see it as a partner, or you can see it as a teacher, and so on and so forth. So if you look at this slide between you and AI, so we start with a question. Why we say we start with a question? Because nowadays, generative AI now generative AI technology now is embedded into the chatbot. So when we have chatbot, we can interact in natural language through question and answer. This is our common practice when you socialize with people. You start with conversation, question and answer, right? So now this become a same thing in AI, just that you are chatting with the AI itself. So now before this, we say we must acquire the social skill, how to socialize with people, how to talk to people to get the correct information, correct, precise and fast. Now we have to learn the same thing, maybe slightly different, but same thing. We have to socialize with our AI partners, AI teammate, how to question them to get information fast, precise, and correct. So this is the competency or capability that every human user or students, teachers, and so workers should have in the future. Okay. Next, we look at a little bit about what is an AI agent. Just now we talk about agentic AI is a current trend. A lot of application will go through the same framework step by step, how it will let us interact with our AI, generative AI agent step by step. So we need to understand what is this agent. So you must understand so that you know how to use it. So let's start. It's a short video.
AI agent is a software itself can make the decisions, and so like a traditional software as a services, you program it like you have like a certain command to make things happen. But here AI agent based on the data, so they can work autonomously, they can make their own decision.
AI agents are the next big thing in tech. Imagine a world where these intelligent assistants handle tasks for you, helping you with everything from managing your schedule to answering questions. But what exactly are AI agents and why do they matter? Let me explain. Think of AI as raw brain power. It has tons of potential, but it needs to do a job. That's where AI agents come in. They take all the smart tech and turn it into action, helping you complete tasks efficiently. If AI is the genius with a million ideas, the AI agent is the one making those ideas happen. Here's how it works. First, AI agents listen to what you need, then they process the info and decide the best way to help. Finally, they take action, whether that's answering a question automating a task, or managing your to-do list. It's like giving an assistant clear instructions to get things done for you. Imagine you hire someone to take care of a project. You give them clear guidelines, the goals, the steps to follow, and what to do if something unexpected happens. That's how AI agents are trained, using specific instructions and data to handle tasks independently without needing constant supervision. AI agents are set to revolutionize how we work and live. For businesses, they can take over repetitive tasks, allowing employees to focus on more important work.
It is a good thing, it will assist you to do more work and more productive, you can leave all the repetitive tasks for your AI agent, while you are focusing on one thing, you might have multiple AI agents do other things for you.
As Elegant Media CEO points out, this is just the beginning. AI agents are going to be everywhere soon, handling specialized tasks for businesses of all sizes. You can think of them like a subscription service. Hire one to help you with a specific job, and as you use them more, they get smarter.
People can generate AI agents, people can develop AI agents, so then they can sell that for the industries, they can sell that for the SMEs, the corporates, or government, you name it, so then they can use it for, it can be like a subscription-based AI agents, so you can hire and use it.
AI agents are changing the game, making our lives easier, faster, and more efficient. The future is bright, and it's just getting started. So what tasks would you want an AI agent to help you with? If you found this
Okay. I hope you have a little bit more understanding on what is AI agent. There are many more references to talk longer, more in detail. Let's say you can look at this from Andrew Ng, talking about AI agent and data, how you can imagine it, how you can work with it. You can find a lot of videos on that. So this video show you a very brief and concise explanation for beginner. So I would like to highlight, because sometimes people may ask, what is this different AI agent? What is it coming now? Why I should learn? Why I have to acquire the competency to talk to my AI agent? Why it is not like before we have intelligent, smart application that can predict things? So the difference is, in the past, we use AI to do one task. So that is like AI become the brain power that can help us to do the similar things that human expert can do. Maybe it can do better because you have big data. But AI agent, or we call it agentic AI now, is a process flow. How you interact with many agents for different tasks, you break down the task step by step. Still like you ask your assistant, can you get me a list? So you got you a list, then you say, can you help me to see which is better, or which is what is the highlight that I should focus in? So the requirement is in a conversational flow, step by step, to get your task done. It's not one time. You can imagine it's not one time, it's multiple time. That is what I say, how we're going to socialize or interact with our AI partners. So that is a different skill that when AI AI become like us, like our brain doing a task, a specific task. This is the way how do we interact, how to socialize with AI agent. So that is the skill that we're talking about, agentic AI today. And since this agentic framework will be embedded in many applications in the future, so this is another competency that I do think, I honestly think that it is a must to learn how to interact. However, sometimes we do not need to worry too much when we have a lot of jargon came in, right? Because AI try to mimic human. Last time our search, our prompt engineering has to be very specific. Our search has to be very specific, very machine-like, like the requirement type. So now we can talk like a friend to your AI machine. You can talk, you can chit-chat like a talking to a friend. So I believe in the future, this interaction with AI will become natural, like you're talking to a friend as well. Maybe you won't be able to realize behind it is an AI agent. So what we need to acquire at this moment is the structure, the flow, the logic, how we should work with interact with this AI agent rather than the language itself. So a lot of people sometimes talk about prompt engineering, how we should prompt for a good idea. But as the time goes on, this prompt engineering become very much adaptive to us. So we don't need to be able to compile one single sentence precisely to ask ChatGPT give us a right question as we want. We can slowly, one step by step, polish step by step. It's just like we are talking to a human friends. So this is the skill and competency that we need to look at starting this year. Okay, so when we talk about socializing with our AI partners, the AI partners here means AI machine. So the role of this AI machine changes. It can become our teacher, it can become our advisor, it can become confidence, help us to make us confidence, help us decide, supervise us, co-create with us. So this will become a powerful or very capable assistant of yourself to help you alleviate to another levels. So you must be able to be friend with your AI partners, get the competency of how to interact with them, how to make use of them, how to make the best use of them. So that is what we need to do. For different tasks, not only for those who are in computer science or dealing with coding, but engineers, accountants, lawyer, medical professionals, many different walks of life, different jobs, different position, different services, different services workers. They need to be able to do that. So I always like this slide. It shows that when we have in the future, we can imagine that we have a good Jarvis, very capable Jarvis, suitable for everyone, for each one of us. So you must be able to put the Jarvis together with you. Just like when you play game, if you play game, you have to pick up the weapons lah, pick up the things that you can help you to go through the games, right? So these are the same thing. But as we're picking up this so capable this capability of AI, we also need to be aware of the responsibility and the risk and the ethics behind. So this is another thing that it relates to the next level of competency, where I call it we are able to evaluate whether the technology, the tools, the way we use it, how we use it is good or bad, risky or safe. So that is the next level of competency every one of us should acquire. So if you want to able to analyze or evaluate whether it's good or not, a certain application, certain practices that use AI, you must know how our relationship with the AI machine itself. We want to do decision making. We want to know what to do next. So AI agents can help you to, it can augment the machine, help you to do things. You can delegate your tasks to the AI machine. You can let the machine talk to another machine to get you the information you want. Let's say you want to buy you want to go for holidays, you can ask your AI agent to plan. So this AI agent will talk to another agent to get the flight ticket, best flight tickets, time, and maybe the route, and then maybe even until the best holiday plan. So it can talk, AI agent can talk from agent to agent. So to get your task done. So that is another way that AI agent will work. And finally, we must remember that this is to be used by human, so it should benefit human. Only the last level of decision should be only by human. So human can sit either on top as your AI partners. You can work together with them, but you have to have the last say. Okay, that is how we need to evaluate the competencies of evaluating, know the risks, know the limitations, so that we know what should we do. So next, we go very quickly to the last last topic of AI in TVET education. So we start with AI in education because AI come into the mainstream. So a lot of education guideline, direction, blueprints are also changing with embed AI elements into it, so that we can have a better delivery, better education, suits everybody. Not flat, not the same thing. We can have more vibrant learning, teaching and learning. So I refer to this Education 2030 plan. It guides us on how we use AI to improve learning and equity, make it equal for everybody, every learner. Equal not only talk about accessibility. If you cannot go to school, you can do online learning. That is accessibility. Equal also talk about how we can use AI to make everybody learn in their best preferred way. Some like to learn through reading, some like to watch video, some like to listen to podcasts in learning. So all these things are the different way of personalization in learning. So as an educator and student, we now have a better choices in education, in learning, teaching and learning. So how to achieve that? The competency of using AI tools or AI-powered application to achieve that. I would like to share with you, a lot of you are not from Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have TVET education from preschool until university. Some parts of the level, like for example, master level and PhD level, we are now, our Ministry of Education is now aggressively putting the guideline into place to complete the last level, the highest level of postgraduate study. The rest of the from entry level until the tertiary levels, we already have a proper guideline how to have this TVET education in place for our students or youngsters to go for technical and vocational pathway. This pathway focus on work practice and competency rather than only mainly like the conventional education. So when we talk about work practice and competency, we talk about industry requirement. So the AI changing the industry job function, AI changing the industry requirement and how industry do works. So at the same thing, it will affect how we are going to learn during our learning years, studying during our from young until probably the tertiary. So in different stream, we have different focus area, different competency to achieve in finance. In let's say you are interested in creative arts and media, you are interested in ICT, you are interested in healthcare, you are interested in agriculture, space, transportation, many different stream. They have their own competency. So where is this AI competency? It come on top because it become a mainstream tool to help you accelerate more productive, more efficient. So that it come on top on every single mainstream that you have to have acquired at least the basic one. So that's why now where we talk about TVET education, AI must come into picture, okay? Because you are competency based. So it could be involved in digitalization in our work, job practice, in our learning, collect and disseminate skills data, utilize result of skills assessment, how you're going to use AI to evaluate, how you collect information so that you can have better teaching and teacher can better understand the student, supervisor can better understand the performance of their subordinate and the business environment, factory performance, and so on and so forth. So responsive and inclusive TVET system should include AI competency in the picture. And to have that, to implement this TVET educational system effectively, we have to have engaging TVET staff who means the teachers, the instructors who knows how to use this new technology to help to help student to learn, to help student to learn in their best preferred way and effectively. Education 2030 also outlined competency framework for students and also for teachers. So when you look at that, you can imagine the skill and the competency that you should acquire under the AI umbrella. First, we have to have the mindset. So you have to, students or even you can think it as a worker levels, operational level. You have to have the mindset of human-centered mindset. How human become the agency that control the AI machine. How human can take accountability when using the AI machine. How we can have citizenship in the era of AI, not control or not being told by our AI machine what to do. Then on the ethics side, we have to embody the ethics until you put ethics into your work practice. AI techniques and application talk about we have to understand the basic foundation of AI. At least you know what is that, how it works, what are the tools that you can use to help you improve your competency. So that is the competency aspect from AI techniques and application. AI system design, how to design the AI system for problem solving, design the architecture of the system, and design the feedback from human and machine feedback loop. So this competency is suitable for not only for computer science or AI student. It can be used for many other different fields. Just the level of how much you need to know AI foundation, how much you need to know to use AI tool, how much you need to know how to collaborate or maybe control the AI machine. The level itself may be different when you're across different business domain. Next, we talk about competency framework for teachers. Just now was for students, now we have teachers. Teachers' AI competency is more towards the mindset of how to make students acquire the AI competency skill set and how to enculture the ethics of AI mindset in the student itself. How to best deliver appropriate or sufficient, not too much, not too less, on AI foundation and introduce application and tools to the student itself, related field, for example, engineering, medical, pharmacies, accounting. What are the tools that are related? How much you need to know if you're an accountant? How much AI foundation you need to acquire if you're an accountant? How much, what are the application or use case you can use? What are the tasks you can do with if you're a lawyer? Then AI pedagogy is only meant for teachers. This is how to, this should be in the mindset, this is the teacher's competency on how to use AI to improve their teaching, improve their pedagogy design, and also teaching material design to transform education. Then the last is AI for professional development, how to use lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is also a very important skill under AI competency because AI is changing every day. So lifelong learning is a very important one, again, to be acquired by everybody so that you can learn throughout the changes, evolution of AI. We do not know what it will come, the next phases after DeepSeek. Maybe it come another thing after DeepSeek, after AI, agentic AI, and new things coming out. What we need to acquire is the capability of self-learning and learn according to when you carry out your career or in your study line or until you work. So these are the some use cases in education for students that you need to, you can use it for report authoring, coding, make decision. You can use chatbots. You can use it to do lesson plan. Teacher can use it to do lesson plan, teaching video, create images, presentation, lecture notes, study support material, and so on and so forth. For researcher in the educational institution or even the research arm in the industry, It could be a very helpful tool for you to summarize the large contents, analyze data, identify patterns, select appropriate research methodology, and so on and so on. So these are the tasks that we can do with AI. How to use it, what tools to use it is the one that we need to acquire. Student engagement, when you have teachers in education, you want your student to be interested in their learning. So how to engage them into the system itself. So last but not least, I'd like to share some important takeaway that you should look at after this sharing, maybe after this webinar and in your future. We must realize that AI is a technology today. It's no more a field. I'm in law. I don't need to learn AI because this is computer science people's question. No, it become a technology that in our work into our daily life now. So it will become an assistant to us. The very simple example is your handphone now. So it will help us in most of our daily tasks. So you want to use it effectively, you need to know how to, or what it is, then how to use it and how to use it ethically. AI competency, in my opinion, is how to be our AI teammate. How to interact together with your AI machine. So let be the teammates and collaborate, cooperate, work together. What are the AI tools that you can use in a specific, specific domains? What are the things that you can make use of? So to help help your productivity, save your time. What are the AI foundation that you need to understand? How this tool, behind this tool, what is the AI technology, how it works? So this could be a flow of from understanding until you may able to work together with your AI machine to co-create new ideas, new design. So from the more you go towards the right, the more you can leverage on AI to help you to create something new. Please get ready in the journey of lifelong learning. So it is very important, and start your upscaling today if let's say you think you have things to learn. And this upscaling doesn't mean to be a course, you attend a course, go to a program, 2 years program. No, it could be day by day, week by week. You think, hey, I need something new. So that is what the purpose of lifelong learning. The skill of knowing when to learn and where to search for it and acquire it. Last, be ethical and responsible for AI product that you created. In the future, a lot of AI tools will let you co-create with your AI teammate. So when you starting to create, even those people not in computer science or AI can create without any programming. You can use drag and drop tools in an agentic way, like step-by-step way. So you will see that in the future, more and more will come out. So that is product co-creation. So be ethical and responsible for the product that you created in the future. Build a safe AI engine in the future, especially for mission critical tasks that will affect many others, people's life, people's benefits, people's interests, and so on and so forth. So with that, I would like to end my sharing today. I thank you to all the organizer and the audience for listening to me. Thank you very much. So I would like to pass the stage back to the organizer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chu. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chu. Very interesting topic. You have talked about generative AI tools, the skills, the AI agents. We will wrap up this. There is few questions in the chat box. I hope the audience will be stay because we have a second presenter. After her presentation, we will do a open forum section where whatever question in the chat box will be highlighted to the both speakers to give the answers. So please stay. Please be patient and stay tuned with us. So allow me to introduce our second speaker for today's webinar, Dr. Nitin Gautam. Dr. Nitin Gautam is a seasonal professional with over 13 years of experience in policy formulation and implementation at the national, state, and district level. She has worked closely with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSDE, Government of India, and collaborated with international organizations such as World Bank, World Skills, German Agency and International Cooperation, GIZ, European Union, EU, Asian Development Bank, ADB, OECD, United Nations Agency, namely UNDP, UNESCO. She also completed advisory assignments with Abu Dhabi Accountability Authority, ADDA, and Luta Charity Foundation. She is certified by International Labour Organization, ILO, in quality apprenticeship, and also a skill expert on national skill qualification framework by the Indian European Union Skill Development Project. As a vocational education and training, TVET expert, she has led initiative on TVET reforms, quality assurance and competency standard, and has contributed to the development of frameworks like the National Skill Qualification Framework, NSQF. She played a key role in drafting India's first recognition of prior learning, RPL, policy in 2015, and in the creation of the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, as well as amending the Apprentices Act in 1961. She has presented research paper and policy brief at various national and international forums and delivered research studies to ILO Geneva and UNICEF. She holds a degree in electronics engineering at Kurukshetra University, a master's in business administration from ICFAI Business School, Dehradun in India, and a PhD degree in policy studies and business sustainability at Terry School of Advanced Studies in New Delhi, India. Her topic of presentation today will be the role of AI in inclusive skills development. Without ado, I would like to invite Dr. Nitin Gautam to take the floor. Please.
Thank you so much, Doctor, and good afternoon to everyone. Thank you again to give me this opportunity to present my presentation. I'll be just sharing it. I hope it is visible.
Visible, Doctor.
Yeah, it's visible, Doctor.
So today's my presentation would be on the role of AI in inclusive skills development. At present world, we can see that there are two schools of thought. One which says that AI is going to take most of the jobs from us, while there will be loss of jobs because AI is advancing and we are getting more and more dependent on the AI for our day-to-day work. But at the same time, there is another school of thought which says that AI is going to be very helpful to include more and more people who are not, getting the benefits of education and skilling. So I would like to take the advantage, and I'll support the second school of thought by justifying how AI is going to help the people who are still under the lower segments of society. They are not able to get the skilling benefits, and how the penetration of AI in the last last mile can help them to enhance their skill set to come up the ladder. And so we can just start with the AI and its significance in today's world. What basically is AI? The definition by NASA, which is one of the biggest organizations working with AI and doing all the satellite initiatives, says that artificial intelligence refers to computer systems that can perform complex tasks normally done by human reasoning, decision making, and creating, etc. Now, basically, what artificial intelligence means, as my previous speaker has very nicely explained what all AI is. We can also say that AI tries to easy our work because it helps us perform the complex task easily. At the same time, it has also the element of human reasoning. It also helps us to take decision making. At the same time, IBM defines artificial intelligence as the technology that enables computers and machines to stimulate human learning, to comprehension, problem solving, decision making, creativity, and autonomy. So the day by day, AI is getting more enhanced. It is getting more equipped to help human society, to help us even creating, data analyzing, developing ideas, even taking it to decision making with human elements. So that is why we as humans are also getting more and more dependent on AI. Now, the disruption created by AI. Whenever there is any technology, there has to be disruption in our societies. And right now, this is what we are facing. We are at the flux of disruption. AI is used in demand forecasting. Now, we are so much dependent on AI that we are using it in every sphere of our life, from the supply chain optimization, product development, and all the areas. It has the ability to analyze large data sets. It has the ability to identify the hidden patterns also, and provide insights led to enhanced decision making in businesses. It has revolutionized almost all the sectors, be it healthcare sector, which has the which even take care of patients. It has so it has manages the medical inventory. It has tackled the medical equipment. It has also given the predictive analytics, reshape risk management and investment strategies. Now, if you take the sectors like health, finance, uh, manufacturing, services, you can see agriculture, every sector is being touched base by AI. And we can see some of them, like McKinsey Global Institute, suggest that half of the jobs in the coming time is going to go away because of the AI there. At the same time, we also need to see how AI is taking the stage at a higher trend, and how it is going to help us in educating, and how it is going to help us equipping with more and more skills, and how it is going to help us meet the need of the hours. At the same time, the global trend. What are the global trend as per the AI? Countries around the world are becoming more and more increasingly aware about the potential and socio-economic benefits of AI and how it can be applied. Now, when the technology as AI had come in, we were more skeptical. We were more threatened that the global jobs will be taken away. There were reports which quoted that with the AI intervention, with the inception of AI, humans are going to lose a lot of jobs. We'll be so much loss of jobs. But at the same time, countries and emerging economies, they took it as a advantage, and we came up that how can this AI be potentially help us in meeting the socio-economic benefits. Now, the countries like China and US, UK, China has 26%, while UK has 10% of their GDP, respectively, to be sourced from AI-related activities and businesses in 2030. So even all the countries are trying to take more and more advantage from AI, and they are estimated that most of the organizations, most of the economies will be depending their GDPs through AI. The recent developments last year, 2023 and 24, can be marked as the major changing years in AI. Even in 23, 61 notable AI models have been originated only from US-based institutions, while European Union, it's 21, and China, it's 15. So more and more experiments are happening, more and more models are being disrupted, and new models of learning is coming up. Economies are investing in AI. There has been research which is which is more AI based. People are investing, they are doing their PhDs, they are doing their research work in AI because they want to know more. How can this AI be more helpful? Countries like China, USA, France, Japan, they have set up committees, they have increased their public spending on AI technology. Labor market is also changing with the AI because when you see the European world, Europe or even US, most of the labor markets, we can see that there's a tightness in a term that unemployment is increasing at the historically low levels. And more people are, so the time has come, either you upskill yourself, either you reskill yourself, or you will be you will be out of the labor market. So we have come and we have reached to a era that either you need to learn AI, or as our earlier speaker said, either you need to equip how to take help from AI and make it an assistant for our easier workspace, or else we will be washed out from the market. Increased focus on AI by different countries. So as you can see that AI ecosystem has developed tremendously even in last 18 to 24 months. I was reading a report and I could see that last year, 2024, has been a drastic year for the change because a lot of changes, lot of public spending from the countries have come up on AI. As far as India is concerned, as I am representing India, I would like to tell you that Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship was set up in 2014 as the smallest and the youngest ministry in India way back in 14. It has been 10-11 years, but the changes has been drastic. There has been earlier there were in industrial training institutions which used to take care of most of the trades like fitter, trainer, welder, being more manufacturing led training institutions. But now with the advent of new age trainings, new age interventions, AI, these institutions have also launched courses and curriculums in robotics, in drone manufacturing. So a lot of changes is also taking place in education and skill institutions, as they are forced to enhance the people, they are forced to upskill the people with new and new skill set, which can only be done by AI. The global labor market landscape in 2025 says that the global unemployment rate is at 4.9%, which stands at the lowest level since 1991. So we can see that the global unemployment rate is on upsurge. Lower middle class income economies, which is making the 40% of the global population, is having the bulk of working population. They are now the world has completely changed. Earlier, there were the developed countries which were leading the development. People were looking up to them, but now the time has come that all the experimentations, all the models, all the disruptions is happening in the lower middle income economies. Why? Because they are more into numbers, they are more they are more young, they are more populated, because the 40% of population is residing in these economies. And this is why it becomes very important to understand how AI can be utilized for the effective utilization of our resources. Now, for these countries or for these economies, resources is humans. Humans is also a resource because we are so densely populated. Until and unless we equip them with the perfect skill set, it will be difficult for them to harness this population economic dividend. And that's why AI is transforming businesses and labor market. AI and information processing technologies are expected to have the biggest impact. As per World Economic Survey, 86% of respondents said that technologies is going to transform their businesses in 2030. And we are just 5 years behind 2030. We can see, like in India, has been recently, it was, we could say, digitalization has been introduced. Government is giving a lot of push to digital interventions. Now you can't see people carrying money. There is no cash money which is being carried. What has happened that the apps are there. People are so much dependent on the apps. New apps are coming, and this is why India is also emerging as one of the leading country in unicorns, because the youth is coming up with new startups in AI. So the all gist is that the country is giving more and more focus on digitalization with AI, and AI is enabling setting up of new and new businesses, which can be startups. And because the country is so much into youth populated, that youth is also coming up. With AI, we have digital logistic plans. With AI, we do not need any office. If you are carrying your office in mobile, you have apps which can take care. You at the same time you can do a lot of multiple things, and this is why you are trying to disrupt the markets. What are the advantages of AI in inclusive skilling? Now, AI has the potential to revolutionize the skill development by promoting inclusivity, personalization, and accessibility. At the same time, when we say that AI has the potential to disrupt the businesses, we also need to understand that AI has the potential to bring people together, to help each other. And this was best, this was best witnessed during the COVID period. India being a massive country, and across the globe, we all were suffering because of COVID. And the only one thing which connected us from each other is technology. It was AI, that people were working from their home. They were getting paid without going to the banks. They were they were taking the digital and online appointment from doctors. Even the healthcare system has revolutionized with AI, that people are using machineries and simulation to do the surgery. Teaching has also come into that spectrum, that skill development, teaching, education is also now more and more dependent on AI. We could see that schools which are taking, Byju's is one of the applications. They are trying to create simulations. They are trying to teach hands-on skilling through such kind of environment. Now, at the same time, AI is trying to bring the personal touch. AI is trying to enable how to help in accessibility. If there are many people, they can just go and access with at the touch of the finger. AI-powered solution that cater the diverse need of students, teachers, and communities across the world. So AI is coming up as a solution for the students, for the teachers to learn, to reskill, to skill, and also to the communities. Communities which are not having enough money, communities which are residing in the far-flung areas, communities which are maybe, let's say, women, which are not very much represented across the countries. How can AI-powered solution help them improve and build their skills and come up and represent? AI has fueled e-learning platforms. Now that has come up. We all know there has been so many MOOC platforms, and they are revolutionizing the learners' journeys by hyper-personalizing the path based on performance and learning styles. Now the platforms has come up where we can acquire education on the basis of my strength, on the basis of my learning, on the basis of what my psychometric inclination is. Hence, we are not only dependent on number of infrastructural facilities which are located across countries or across the world, but there is a whole ambit of learning platforms which has come up, and which also give us, from the touch of our fingers, we can We can acquire the hands-on learning. We can do the apprenticeship. There are discussions of virtual apprenticeship without even going at the shop floor. We can learn how manufacturing take place. So the new research suggests that AI can help accelerate learning and skill development, and it is fertile ground to be further explored. There are technologies which could change the job readiness, and they could even increase the evaluating and continuously improving the training as long as stays relevant. Now, so there is one segment of labor market which is entering, the youth. Every year new people are entering in the labor market, but also there are people who have joined the labor market way back. Now there is a disconnect because the youth which is entering in the labor market is very much handy with the AI, but the people who had joined the labor market many years ago, they might not be having the enough skill set. There is a disconnect. Where is AI come into role? Reskilling and upskilling through AI and through online platform has enabled the upskilling and reskilling of the people who were there in the labor market since ages. And also, it gives a competitive environment for a better learning, for enhanced learning experience. What are the models? What are the role, how AI is bridging that gap? So there are certain you can say learning systems. The first one is adaptive learning system. Now these use machine learning algorithms. These use algorithms to analyze student strength, weaknesses, and learning preferences. Now, even organizations are going to the regional levels. They are going to the village level. They are going to the block level, to the community level to understand where is the strength of that community or that student lies. Where is the weakness? Where is the learning preference? Learning is not happening at a standardized rate. It is happening at a customized rate. It is happening as per the preference and as per the inclination of a learner, because it is happening through AI. So that's interesting, because earlier there were set number of subjects, there was set number of uh, trainers, but now all that thing has been disrupted. Everything is online, and even companies and platforms, they are taking initiative to made tailor made learning as tailor made as per the needs of the learner. Now they ensure students with disability. Now what is happening, that accessibility is being increased. Even people who could not get fair chance of learning is getting a chance, such as disabled people. They are English language learners. There are countries, there are regions which are not which are not handy with the English language, but now there are apps which are very handy, and we can communicate with people who do not even know our language. We can learn foreign languages through AI. So this is happening through adaptive learning systems. AI powered chatbot. Now, what is happening earlier? The first level of grievance redressal mechanism started with humans, but now the first level grievance mechanism is being given to the chatbots. They are there. They are there to help us with innovative and revolutionized solution to our problems. Chatbots, they can provide real-time feedback. We are not dependent to reach out to them at any point of time because they are AI. So, whenever you have any problem, you can reach out to chatbots. They can answer your problem. They can offer you guidance. They can make education more accessible to students. And it is all in the non-traditional ways. Earlier traditional methods have been disrupted. AI-driven analytics, now the big data has come up. People, what is a large data set which used to be collected, to store them was a problem. But now technology is there, AI platforms are there where you can dump that large data set. There are platforms where the data can be interpreted in various manner at the just click of a finger. Educators can identify early warning signs of learning difficulties. They can track student progress without even interacting with the students in face-to-face manner. There can be assessment, and there can be evaluation of their performance. There can be handling of their problem statement, and in a more interactive manner. Data-driven approaches enable teachers to create more effective lesson plans. It is now taking care to individual basis. It can adjust instructions which can meet diverse learners' need. Now, earlier what used to happen that in a class of 20 or in a class of 50, 10 student might, if a student is not able to communicate with the teacher, he or she may not get the same kind of attention. But with the AI in place, that thing is being taken care of. Personalized attention is happening at the shop floor, at the education institution. VR and AR, immersive technology has come up, which gives the real artificial environment, but giving the real experience without even going to shop floor. Now students can learn in that simulation. They can learn what will happen. Pilots are being trained without even letting them use the pilot, letting them use the airplane. Because earlier there are certain industries which has lot of which is more crucial, which is more critical in terms of learning. Pilot is one. Then there is jewelry is one of the sector that, which deals with the diamonds. There can be more and more wastage if at the learning phase. But now with the AI coming in, the more immersive technology is happening. The environment is created where a learner can learn without even using the real the real products, and it is more safe, it is more handy, it is more friendly. uh, that's why it is becoming more and more easier for a trainer and also for a learner. Now, what kind of tools do we have through AI language translation tool, now which enables the students to access educational content in a native language. Uh, Again, I would give example of India. India has languages which are like, we ourselves have so many languages which are regional in touch. North is different, south is different, but what can be done? There are AI language translation tool. A person can communicate with a Spanish speaking person, even if that person do not know Spanish. Now, these platforms are enabling people to communicate, to break the barrier of language, enhance learning experience. AI powered algorithm are letting people probe. They are helping in designing intelligent tutoring system. They can analyze individual strength, weaknesses, and accordingly learning systems can be created. Virtual speech is one of the tool which is used by users to practice different soft skills and provide immediate feedback based on their performance. Strategic content delivery. AI-powered VR and AR technology, they are promising and creating environments which look like real environment, and the learning take place as if it is happening in the real environment, making skilling accessible to all. People who are who are not who are visually impaired can also have the experience of seeing AI, have seeing AI applications. They can overcome their physical barriers, and then they can learn such things because of AI enable programs. So these are some of the tools which are helping in acquiring acquiring learnings. But there are many such kind of tools which has come up and which is making learning more and more easier. Reskilling. Now, how reskilling can be done with the help of AI? Task transformation. Artificial intelligence may replace some job, as we know it, that some segment of job is going to go away in some years. but it can also transform tasks within occupation. So the line of occupation will remain the same. It may happen that the workers can have the higher value activities. It can lead to new approaches and new skilling can come. For example, skills like new age skills have come up, robotics. With the more and more advancement in the AI happening, people are getting what is big data analytics? How is robotics happening? uh, we ourselves, we were not taught any kind of AI related subjects when we were in school or in colleges, but now we always try to read and we always try to use our hand in applications which let us acquire something new. As our previous speaker said, that now you can even create music by the just if you have an imagination, you can draw the pictures, you can do anything with just the thought process of the thought. So tasks are being transformed with the AI. Some tasks will be obsolete and they will move out of the labor market, but there will be some tasks which will be new. Drone technologies. In India, earlier we used to have photographers when a wedding is taking place, but now drones are being used to capture the wedding function. So that there is disruption happening in every segment of the society. Skill demand. As AI handles repetitive and routine tasks, demand increases for unique human skills. Now, if we really want to leverage AI, we also need to equip ourselves, our human skills, to effectively prop AI. For example, Chat GPT, it can give you beautiful results, but until and unless you are able to probe it properly, it can solve complex problems until and unless you know how to make use of it. Interpersonal communication. So we also need to upskill ourselves so that we can take the right level of use from the AI. Historical parallels. So now it has been always observed, whenever there is a new technology which comes in, it do disrupt our labor market. It disrupt the environment, but at the same time, it creates long-term economic and growth developments. It is happening, it results in better socio-economic outcomes to the society. Artificial intelligence, it has potential to address the biggest challenges in education, to innovate teaching, to learning practices, and accelerate and address all the SDGs which are there. And SDG 4 pertains to the learning and innovation in teaching. So particularly SDG 4 is being addressed with the AI to innovate. Now, there is some of the successful implementation of AI, how is being happening for the inclusive skilling. Now, Microsoft's AI for accessibility. Microsoft is using AI tool for developing the disabilities. Now, they are having some tool which is helping the disabled people. AI-powered Seeing AI app, it helps visually impaired individual to navigate daily tasks. Then we have IBM Skills Build. IBM driven training programs, they are for underrepresented communities. Now, we have certain communities, as I told you, which are not, not that much equipped with the skills. They are not equipped with the day-to-day utilities. Now, such kind of programs have been launched to make them come and make them represent. They offer free access to AI-based career counseling and technical training. At young age, people and youth do not know what is good for me, which skill should I use. There may be students or there may be youth which are good at one kind of hands-on skill, but they do not know how to translate that skill into their career. So such kind of counseling platforms are present. Then we have Google Project Euphoria, which is basically, it is speech recognition, which helps people to recognize the speech and then help them represent themselves, and they can have more accessibility. NSDC, which is National Skill Development Corporation, that is one of the organization which implements government-aided skill development programs in India. It has come up with chatbot, which basically reach out to the rural youth because they are not that much educated. They are not that much, they're not that much aware of all the career avenues. So that kind of platform guide them. Chatbot ask certain questions, and they help them which kind of skill training program should they take, which will be more aligned to their skill set, to their needs. Now, there is a country level initiative like Finland. It is having elements of AI, which is a free online platform. And it is, the first part is basically common for all the learners, which do not take you to high level jargons. It is basically here, first level, people can just know, what is their how learning is taking place, what AI is, the basics of AI, simply. And the second part basically takes them into uh, 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 algorithms. They basically tell them how to do the data analytics, a bit of it, so that they can have free learning and they can also use their hands in AI. Now, over 550,000 students have basically, utilized and learned and acquired skills through this platform. And best part is 40% of them are female. Now, one of the best thing which also I would like to touch base is, in countries, there are certain countries where women take the role of household worker. Especially in India, I would say majority of female are at the villages. They are in their houses. They take care of the family. But when it comes to acquiring skills, again, they do not get that much representation to go out because they have a family to take care. But with the AI coming in and with such kind of free online resources available, they are learning everything. Even I have seen village level women who is putting their hands in solar panel installation, and they are using, they are learning agriculture related programs through AI, through just at the phone, and then doing wonders. So uh, AI has given advantage to people, to women, which earlier do not used to get that much center stage to learn. AI for Youth UNESCO. This is another online repository of resources, which you may also check, where it also supports teachers and students to learn, to acquire. They can acquire, teachers can learn online because they also need to have, upskilling. They also need to harness their skills, their teaching skills. And at the same time, students can learn and acquire skills from this platform. AT&T Talent Overhaul is again online self-service platform where people can engage in workshops like what we are doing. We do not, we do not know each other personally, but we are learning from each other. We are trying to interact. And when it becomes two-way, it is kind of, we are cross-learning, cross-country learning is taking place. And such kind of platforms are helping people to have more cultural interchanges and come up with new and new innovative platforms, which again can be leveraged for businesses. Now, New Venture Institute in Australia, the institute is trying to help educators and researchers to prepare them for more disrupted future environment. So disruption is going to bound to happen because we are more and more advancing ourselves to more disrupted environment. And when things disrupt, there take place that something new is going to happen. A new opportunities will arise to learn and to cross learn. And to take advantage of such kind of opportunities, New Venture Institute in Australia has come up, which is basically a platform for cross learning of educators and researchers. Now they interact, they create new products, they learn how to market those products, and at the same time, at the intersection of business incubation, education, and industry innovation. So the three things are interchanging. There is academia, there is industry, and there is educators. Now, academia is doing more and more academic research. Uh, Industries, they are coming with their problem statement, and then the researcher, they are trying to help, and whatever is the learning happening, it is also translated into the education platforms as new skill courses, and it is being offered to new students. Challenging of using AI in skill development. Now, we have enough spoken about what are the benefits of AI in skill development. Yes, it is good for accessibility. Yes, it is good for for women representation. It is good for learning at masses. But there are certain kind of challenges which is offered by AI. First, high implementation cost. Uh, Not every education institute can set up these AR and VR advanced technology centers because it involves a lot of cost. There is a digital divide. In India, still, you can say 33% of people are still not connected to any form of internet. Internet connectivity is a problem. There are countries which are not leveraging, basic internet. So if that is the case, then there is a digital device. It becomes difficult if they are not having necessary hardware or internet connection, then such kind of platforms cannot be used. Data privacy and security is one of the biggest problem which most of the countries are suffering. There are cyber crimes happening, there are cyber scams happening, and all segment of society, all type of people are being being faced with these kind of issues. Deep fakes are happening, which are very you can say, which are very dangerous for the society. Need for AI literacy, because such kind of problems are happening. And also, we also need to understand not every educator, not every trainer is AI literate. So AI literacy is also a barrier, because who are there teaching in our education institutions, or if per se I speak about the skill development institutions, they are the people who left teaching way back, and it becomes very difficult because they do not know the new nuances of AI. Although it's very easy, but they are also not aware, they are not AI literate, and which creates a hurdle for them. Dependency on technology. Over reliance on AI is also a problem because that is hampering the critical thinking skills. Bias in AI algorithms. Not always AI models give you the exact result. There can be biases. There can be biases from training data. There can be biases from statistical, data set. There can be biases from algorithms, which may create a challenge in skill development. Where is the future lies for AI and the skilling? Now, as a global policymakers, for the policymakers, they need to invest in specific policy guidelines. First of all, not all the countries are having the policy guidelines on AI in place, but international TVET leaders, they should come forward and they should have guidelines on AI so that governments and the TVET colleges which are involved, they can make effective use of it at a strategic level. Even there are countries who are now thinking to come up with a policy on AI. What can be taught through AI and what cannot be taught through AI? How to regulate AI is also one of the bigger question, which to what proportion AI is going to be there as part of the skill development. So such kind of, the very important questions are yet to be answered. And it also depends, it also depends from country to country, which country is, taking what kind of policy in place for AI. So that is one thing. Invest in local stakeholders to participate. Now, this is very important because government, academic, and non-government agencies, they engage in the sector that could be invited to contribute through policy analysis. Now, one size do not fit for all. Even in one country, one size do not fit for all. There is very it's very important to consider the local stakeholders into consideration when we are moving, because AI can give you a standard result, but we need to be flexible enough to incorporate the local stakeholders, to incorporate the local nuances so that we can effectively use AI. Prioritize ICT access. How can how can mass scale of skilling can take place? How can we offer affordable connectivity so that AI can be effectively utilized for skill development? Until and unless we do not address the digital device, until and unless we do not have the seamless free flow of internet connectivity, this will be a problem. Hence, there is a need to address this problem. Policies for ethical AI. Now, the biggest problem which I guess most of the countries are suffering is the ethical usage of AI. There has been groups, there has been scam, there has been organizations which are actually misusing AI, and this is now taking a toll on human lives as well. People are losing their money, they are subject to cyber scams, they are getting into traps, because we are at the flux, we are changing, the society is transitioning, and some are aware of this kind of skilling, some are aware of what AI is bringing to our plates, but some are not. And this is why it becomes very important to regulate AI for ethical usage. AI policies to address both social and economic needs. Now, AI is giving a lot of new businesses, but at the same time, we need to be aware of the socio-economic needs of every country. For example, there has to be representation and benefit for vulnerable groups. There should be accessibility. There should be people who are who are physically disabled. How can they make use of AI for their, so every segment of our society should be looked from that lens. And then we need to see how can smaller segments, for example, micro, small, and medium enterprises, how AI can help them harness their business, how charity work can be helped, how that can take place. So all such kind of you can say ideation should take place. Ethical consideration, I kept a complete slide in this because ethics is something which is a very big concern nowadays when it comes to AI and skill development. How are we going to explain the interpretability? Now, AI is becoming more advanced. Humans are challenged to comprehend and retrace the algorithm. At the same time, AI is set of processes and method which enable human users to interpret. There has to be ethics in interpretability. We cannot just use it for the sake of it. We need to have explainability, we need to have interpretability, fairness and inclusion. We need to take care that the whatever machine learning is happening, it is again a form of statistical discrimination, but it poses problem when this statistical discrimination tries to choose one kind of privileged group and do not choose the other kind of unprivileged group. So it creates a barrier for such kind of people. So there has to be fairness. Practitioners need to minimize the algorithm bias so that more and more fairness and inclusion can take place. Robustness and security, again, whatever data is being collected, because data is become one of the most important raw material and resources nowadays. We need to safeguard that data from malicious attacks, from unintentional harm which can be caused by the access of that data to somebody else. Privacy and compliance, that needs to be taken care, because everything is there on social media. People are threatened, their privacy is at stake. So such kind of social elements also needs to be taken care. This is it from my side. And if there are any questions, I would like to take them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Nitin. You can hear me? I'm audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I think a very comprehensive presentation from your side. You started with AI significance in today's world. Then you followed by the global trends. You covered the global trends. You talk about the skill, role, and the challenging. You talk about inclusive skill, the challenges, and the ethical. I think it's a very scenario you have covered. For all the audience, now we will open to the question and for question section. You can put it in the chat box. At the moment, we have 2 questions in the chat box, which I have captured. I will like this question is highlighted to Dr. Chu. There is 2 questions. Allow me to read the question. Then you can give. Please make it short and sharp answers. Both speakers, my humble request, because of the time constraint, make it short and sharp towards the question. Okay, the first question is, how does the human mindset competency align with AI skill, and how is it assessed at a different progression level? I repeat again, how does the human mindset competency align with AI skill, and how is it assessed at different progression level?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kesavan. I will take this question. Regarding the mindset, the competency is the main goal of it is to cultivate awareness, then how to use it ethically that beneficial human. That is the main goal of mindset. When you talk about evaluation, so when evaluation, it comes more on like when you do it in the education, teaching and learning, right? You will assess in a different level. Just like if you are educator, you are very familiar with Bloom taxonomy. They have different level of assessment. So this one will be the same. It's just that it assess the mindset from understanding, apply, and how it become nature in the self of students to use it. So that is on mindset.
Okay, thank you. Another question is given. This is a bit the current scenario. AI for vocational and technical education. For vocational education using AI, they're asking which is better, ChatGPT or DeepSeek?
To me, there's I don't have answer for this. And
Yeah.
a lot of consideration come from whether you can use it or not. If you are using ChatGPT, you need to pay. If you want to train on your own, you need to have a big higher spec. So claim by DeepSeek is free, so you can use it free and not being charged, even though after a few times, ChatGPT after a few times, they say you cannot use already. You have to use a lower model. So that is a concern of whether it is free or open source and whether you can train or not. To me, it's more on the usually when you go to industry, they will see the practice of the industry, how much you can accept the information that's shared with the provider. I think that is more important. And I will strongly encourage edge. That means you control within your environment. That is usually the practice that industry would like it. Rather than even the DeepSeek or ChatGPT, they also don't want. They want one that confined within their environment. I think that one is the future on
Okay,
edge.
thank you. This question for Dr. Nitin. Dr. Nitin, how AI can contribute in Industrial Revolution 4.0 and beyond? How AI can contribute in Industrial Revolution current and beyond, the 5.0 or 6.0 coming up? Can you just add on for this question, please?
Yes, so again, that's a very broad question, and there can be various perspectives to that question, but I will restrict it to the point of skill development. The new developments happening in industrial revolution, it is also giving us identification of new job roles which were not there. And it is also opening plethora of skill set which we need to acquire. Now, earlier, climate change was not there. Green hydrogen was not there. Now, I can see my country is taking steps and going a step forward to develop such courses, which has come up only by the introduction of such kind of technologies. So we need to be aware, we need to be, we need to have an understanding that what kind of segments are going to disrupt with this kind of technology, with this kind of intervention or development in industrial revolution is going to bring what kind of plethora of segments will be touched base, and what new kind of new age skills will be coming up. And for that, we need to acquire ourselves, for more new age skills.
Okay. I have one question. This is from my side. This AI is taking place. I mean, for the 2K kids, this is like eating like a peanuts for them because they are grabbing. For those who are elderly citizen, those who are age up 50 years and above, well, the challenges is the literacy level in the IT and also in AI. So what will be the better solution do the speakers have to advise the elderly citizen to cope with the AI? Because AI is going to be a part of our life. By hook or crook, we need to know AI. So is there any tips you like to share or anything like for them to encourage them to learn and acquire this AI knowledge?
I'm so sorry, I got disconnected. Can you please repeat the question? I'm so sorry.
For those who are younger generation, the AI skills or the IT skills is no problem at all. Like the 2K kids, those who are 25. I'm talking about those who are 50 years above. Those who are 50 years above, where we learn in a different this thing, even though those who are academia, they are good. Those who are not in academia, like Dr. Chu said, and like what Dr. Nitin said, by hook or crook, this is a part of our life. Like the Maslow law, you need to have a cloth, you need to have a house, you need to have a food. Then now we need to have a handphone, and looks like AI is be another part of life. So how can this 50 years above, they can learn AI to acquire this knowledge in a very proper way or very quick way? Any formula, any tips you like to share?
I would just share a basic thing that I have very little nieces at my home, and sometimes they surprise me because they are more advanced in in using technologies as compared to me. The only thing I would say is that we as humans need to understand that learning is a continuous process, and when it is happening for our own benefit, we need to utilize these applications. We need to go for more and more open learning platforms and acquire hands-on skilling through such kind of available resources. I think we need to not run away from learning, but use more hands-on skilling and try to learn and practice. I think that's the most easiest way. We need not to see it as a problem statement. We need to see, like doctor said, that it's an assistant to us, and I think that will be better.
Anything, Dr. Chu, you like to add?
Yeah, to me, I sincerely believe the technology will make a way to benefit everyone. Just like last time, everyone don't know how to use handphone. Slow and slow by and by, then people know how to use handphone. Even elderly maybe can use handphone better than us because they use it every day. So for technology, you see, especially you see it very difficult, but it can come into your life very easily. Last time we see generative AI, you need to go to website, download this, download that to work with to use ChatGPT. Now this large language model already come into SMS. So if you realize in Google Chat, in Google Email, it's already come inside. You just chat with it. And that is how you use, especially elderly citizen. So that is my opinion.
Okay, my next question is, do this AI makes people more, even though you say knowledgeable, because last time we need to go and read, we need to acquire, but now all in your fingertips. You can just put a translator or anything, you can do it. Will that make them more knowledgeable, or will make them more like, I mean, the thinking capability, will grow or will saturate? So I'd like to know what is the effect in the long run. Everybody is using chat GPT and everything, but what will be in the long run? As for example, you see, they are playing games. The youths are playing games. They are addicted to game where the thinking power, no. So it can be in AI, it's captured. So do you think that it's a threat, or how we can overcome as a students? They are using even plagiarism using ChatGPT for the writing a thesis, for question, even for interview, they are writing. So seeing is believing. If you don't evaluate them directly by only online getting all this, how transparent it going to be? Any comments on that?
From my side, I do agree with you that when you use a lot of technology, it tends to lag behind your skill. Like even myself, if I use a ChatGPT a lot, I tend to everything I will just go and search. But another way is we used to search according to what we think in our perspective. Now, the youngest generation or even the new user, first thing they go is to ask the ChatGPT. So they do have a broader mind, broader perspective. I will be optimistic on this, but I'm also agree with Dr. Niti. We have to have regulation to guard. So the solution provider has to govern this so that all the deepfake won't come out and affect the influence the thinking of human. And also with the mindset, we know that technology has good and bad. Handphone also get good and bad, but we still use it. I think that is my answer.
Dr. Nitin, there is one question. Can have AI policy in India?
So, there is no regulated AI policy in India. There has been one paper which has been published by Niti Aayog, which is one of the government regulated think tank in India. If that is required, I can share that. But still, we do not have a policy in India. But I guess with so much of cyber scams hitting the country and every sector, soon this is going to happen.
Okay, there's only one final question we will type in the chat box. Can we take the ownership of contents generated by AI in ChatGPT without taking plagiarism? I repeat again, can we take the ownership of the content generated by AI in ChatGPT without making plagiarism? That means when you browse to ChatGPT, the content, when we produce, can we say that without plagiarism? Because we put our framework, we got the things. So they're asking whether it can be a plagiarism or without making plagiarism.
Okay, to me, plagiarism in academic perspective, like even without ChatGPT in the early days, we read, then we cite, and then we combine, merge, come out with our own idea. We own that. While we are not owning the earlier one that we refer to. I think this one should be the same thing. When we use it for something related to ownership, IP, we have to know where this information comes in. That's why earlier version of ChatGPT, we say that they don't know where it comes from. But now a lot of things you can go to the reference where this reference statement come from, which references. I think that is very important for us to cite.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Stephanie, is there any other questions from the chat box? If no, I will wrap up and pass the floor to you for wrap up
No
the
more
section.
questions, sir.
Okay.
No more.
So if no, before we would like to end, thanks once again to our board, wonderful speaker and insightful information shared to Dr. Chu and Dr. Nitin. It is an honor for CPSC to have both of you all. Before I wrap up, there is also challenges and ethical consideration as what Dr. Nitin said. AI raises concern about data privacy, security, ethical use of technology. Bias in AI algorithm can lead to unfair outcomes requiring responsible and AI governance. The digital divide must be addressed to ensure equitable access to AI-driven opportunities. As a conclusion, AI as a catalyst for progress. AI is a powerful tool driving innovation and transformation in the current era. While it presents challenges, its potential for positive change is immense when guided by ethical principles, inclusive policies, and human-centered approach. approaches. So this is very important. Whatever it is good, there is a pro and cons, but we must make it to build for betterment. So with that, we would like to conclude. We would like to thank on behalf of Colombo Plant Staff College, our Director General, Professor Dr. Suresh Kumar Damaja, and all the CPIC faculties and members. We would like to thank all the participants, especially the board speakers, for accepting our invitation to deliver a very insightful of AI, which is in line with the current needs for this era. And I hope the information given sharing section have enhanced all the knowledge from our member countries participant. We have more than almost 200 participants today's webinar. So I think they have gained enough, and all the presentation slides will be shared. Once you registered, you can download our presenters slides. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Chu and Dr. Nitin, for your valuable time and effort, and also insightful sharing. Once again, on behalf of Colombo Plant Staff College, we would like to thank you very much for your initiative taken. So with that, I'll pass back to Miss Stephanie Rimas.
Thank you so much, Dr. K, and to our speakers for today for the comprehensive discussion on the topic. So that concludes our webinar. Thank you very much to our participants, to Dr. Chu and Dr. Nidhi for accepting this invitation, and to Dr. Casaban for facilitating the session, and to our CPSC-ICT for assisting us in this webinar. So for the attendance and evaluation, the link will be flashed on screen. Then after submitting your attendance, you will receive an email for the evaluation and claiming of your certificate. The link will be open for 15 minutes. So please make sure that to answer it immediately. And again, I am Stephanie Rimas. I am glad to be the host for today's webinar. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
For the speakers, I think we can leave the section if you wish to. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Nidhi.
Thank you.